What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Hero X, this time with episode 3. Really good episode again last week. Pretty much the same quality as the first episode. I think I did slightly prefer the first episode, but the second one was a little bit slower in terms of pacing. But I like the focus on the female hero. I forget her name. The names are going to be an absolute myth. It was hard enough getting used to the Japanese names, let alone these Chinese names. So yeah, apologies about that. Obviously, stuff like nice is going to be easy to remember, but yeah, it was some lovely action, especially towards the end of last week's episode. And I think I've gotten over the whole death thing that happened in episode 1 as well. I think that was just a little bit of foreshadowing towards her fake death at the end of the episode, or maybe it might come back up in the future. Maybe some kind of like realm bending, reality warping kind of power or something. I don't really know. Supposedly the author of this, which I've never seen any works of other than this, is a very good writer. So apparently, again, that's not the end of that. A lot of people are theorizing. But again, I enjoyed the last episode quite a bit. Do let me know what you guys thought about this one though down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. I'm kind of wondering about like this opener makes it seem like Nice isn't actually like the main character. He's not awfully prevalent in this opening. I'm kind of excited to see that little dog. It's really cute. I think it's quite a racist stigma a little bit against Chinese people that they eat dogs. So I've definitely heard that before. And I think things like COVID don't help that kind of stigma. But how can you draw such a cute dog and eat it? I don't think there is any like preview, so I've got absolutely no idea what we got for today. The ever standing here. Man. I mean, he could have if he wanted to be fair. I think we did see that was something I did bring up at the end of last episode. The two choices by her and him are like totally opposite choices in a sense. And I kind of think he made the wrong choice, honestly. Good question. Good question. Is he a firm man, or is he a man that worked in a firm? Grain. Old school grain. So he is a firm man. It kind of seems like he's very fortunate to be where he is. Yeah, he doesn't have anything I mean, he's a firm guy, but like he's not He's not extraordinary, is he? He's just seemingly really firm. Like, doesn't Jesus? Um, he doesn't seem like he would be awfully like fast or anything. Like, I think it's pretty easy to get around him. Although to actually like affect him and like beat him up seems pretty much impossible. To be fair, I guess it's a little bit like the Juggernaut from X-Men, a little bit. But about the charging, it's just being like a boulder. Thing about boulders is you don't have to go through them; you can just walk around them. That's what I'm like thinking. Yeah, as I said, not. This is another thing. He's not agile enough. Just yeah, but that one thing, which is like a really good thing, but nothing else. Oh, just chuck some gas in there. Pretty genius superpower, isn't it? Like perception altering of everybody. Seems pretty powerful in this world. Again, kind of akin to the boys in terms of like the public's perception to the heroes and such. Attacking that rather than directly attacking. Like I said, pretty smart actually. Yeah. Why'd you even try? Why'd you even try and get in there? Aren't you that evil guy from that comic book? What those kids are probably thinking. Oh, Mr. Standoff. What does that? What does that say? Red Stubble. You know, the subtitle's been a bit dodgy this episode. One thing I'll say. Really, you pantsed him. All his fault, to be fair. Oh dear. Quite sad, isn't it? It's almost like the trade center in a way as well. I guess I don't know. I've never been at the trade center, but I just always am reminded of that clip of Robert Downey Jr. when he goes in there, of like how scummy it is, and everybody's just for themselves and so on. Same kind of mentality, I think. That is a book. So yeah, I can't imagine this comic creator is like overly powered or anything. So, but they've got a lot of brains, so I imagine they're gonna be quite hard to find. The trap, of course. Did see that in the intro, didn't we? Again, why would a hero with this kind of ability, a villain with this kind of ability, make themselves so easy to find? Oh crap! Again, he's good at this. To be fair to him, he's good at just standing there like a beam. Oh shit! So yeah, as I said, there's just like not a lot else he can do. You just got to stand there. I almost kind of think this is not that villainous. I almost think this could actually be a good thing. I mean, a notion of a hero is good for like kids and stuff, but when it's like as twisted as we have seen it, and like do the means justify the end of the kind of image of it? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, would the kids look up to them still, knowing what really goes into all this? Nice. And it's quite funny. He's kind of like an equilibrium of both, isn't he? Okay, she is that little girl. Damn. Okay. I was gonna say like these kids are absolute PR brilliance for like these agencies and such, aren't they? Even the sound effects when he tries to bend over, it's like concrete. God, that's fuzzy. These monkeys, bro. guy next to her was literally going like that. Like what the what? Someone slapped those kids. So what happened to her hands? Because her hands were looking horrid. Now they've just kind of reverted back. I do have a question about like the powers in this world. I mean, again, joining seemingly 3 seasons in, I think that's understandable. I'm assuming they're just like born like this, like he's just born like a concrete brick. And then perhaps they gave him like a little bit like the current Nice, they gave him some kind of like, oh shit. Yeah, I imagine those. Yeah, those leg things he's wearing, and those arm things he's wearing probably enhance. Okay. Well, that was stupid. Oh, okay. Well, Nice has achieved his goal here, hasn't he? Yeah, both of them almost just dragged to their deaths. Like I said, yeah, perfect opportunity here. Kids in trouble, perfect for PR. Literally taking stand guys' place, holding this. Look at all those subs. Sorry, as my nose is running a little bit. Man, can her skirt get any higher? Genuinely, if that was like 1 centimeter up, we'd be able to see her pants. Of course. Well, again, that went really well PR wise, didn't it? That was a decent story there, though, as well. I mean, nothing extraordinary, but yeah, I like that. Hmm. Fair enough. Sometimes you got to sit down for a while. It does really seem like a struggle, doesn't it? Bro's got a poo standing up. Well, that must be a mess if you miss. Bro's got a sleep standing up. Jesus Christ. So with all the technology they have, you'd think they have like some tool to like turn him round. It really, judging from those scenes, it looked like a nightmare of a life. I think, yeah, that's something he's got to remember. Got to stay grounded. He's got to stay who he was before. Much as he's taken on the responsibility of being someone else now. He abducted her? Hmm. Oh, bro's getting exposed. You know what? Sometimes you can spin these situations and like get exposed and then turn it around to be positive for you. In this case, who knows? I think it's kind of like Mr. Stan said. As long as he's himself, I think the public. Well, it's always one of those things. You feel betrayed as a member of the public when something like this happens. But if he does just continue to like be himself and be a good person, I think he'll be accepted. It might be a bit of a setback. I guess we'll see though. Decent episode today. Decent episode. I think it's probably the weaker of the three, but it's still a good episode. There wasn't. I think it's because it didn't have that kind of really dramatic action sequence like the last couple episodes had. This one was a much more kind of slightly toned down episode, but I like the story of it. But yeah, that ending there. Next episode looks very promising. And maybe again, maybe that scene from the first end of the first episode will come back around, and maybe that was like out of order, a bit like yeah, maybe it's like an out of order scene. Perhaps that scene that we saw at the end of the first episode was actually later on than was let on. I kind of theorized that, but then we had like a month time skip in the second episode, which made me question like, oh, it's probably not a case of that's a scene that's out of order because we had a month time skip. Surely they wouldn't have shown us a scene from many months away, but perhaps they did. Perhaps that is her dead in his bed after next episode. I guess we will find out. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, decent episode today. Definitely the weakest of the three in my opinion. I like the kind of style of the backstories and such, and I thought it was a good story. Again, nothing kind of new or it doesn't have to be new. It was quite simplistic, but it was done quite well, which I do appreciate. But yeah, not quite as capturing as the last couple of episodes, in my opinion, anyway. But still was a decent one. And like I said, it kind of missed out on that really kind of dramatic action sequence. I imagine we're going to get quite a bit of that next week, is probably why. But yeah, do let me know what you guys thought about this one. Sorry, my nose is running. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments though. Leave a like on the video if you guys would like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys next week with episode 4.